No, today we're actually not talking Kia or Hyundai.
Nope.
This is the Genesis GV60 Performance. So there's two trim levels of the GV60, the Advanced and the Performance. This one has, of course, a little bit more performance in it. Of course, with Genesis, you're getting a little bit more, a lot more luxury.
Yes.
Not a little bit, a lot more luxury. We just got this vehicle at our Brantford Hyundai location. It's actually available for sale.
Yep.
It's technically considered a used car, but it's a 2023 and it's pretty brand new.
Yes, we're talking about pretty brand new, guys. This car is for sale and definitely a hot piece. I mean, a really hard, sorry about that, a really hard car to get right now.
Yep.
And you think about it like the Canada's Wonderland or Disney World Fast Pass. So we obviously, we paid a little bit more for it, but we just wanted to jump the line and grab that car. So if you guys have any questions about it after this, please feel free to give us a call and we can discuss it with you, pricing, details, so on and so forth.
For sure. We're going to go in our usual format, so a full walk around of this vehicle inside and out, and we're also going to answer guys' questions at the end. Keep in mind, we're not a Genesis dealer, so we don't have a ton of these on our lot. We just got this one because we purchased it ourselves. Now, let's start with our usual format, I guess. We do these videos for 3 reasons. Number 1, you may own a Kia or Hyundai, maybe even a Genesis. We want to go over everything that our vehicles have to offer and give you guys just that extra ownership advantage.
Yes, and number 2, if you're in the market for a vehicle, we would love for you to consider a Kia or a Hyundai, and today, a Genesis.
Yes, and today a Genesis.
Yes.
And then number 3, if you guys do land on either a Kia or Hyundai, we would love to be the dealer to sell it to you, if you live in Ontario. If you're outside of Ontario, we still would love that you guys watch our channel. We love making these videos for you guys. As always, we go live every weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to show you guys how you can catch our next live. So today is Friday. You'll have to wait until Monday. But you go to the Kia Hyundai channel on YouTube. It'll look a little something like this. Go to the live tab, and then if it's a day that we're filming live, you'll have a video with a red live icon. All you have to do is click on it like you would a regular YouTube video. It'll load you in. I have to use my iPad again because my Mac still has water damage, but that's us. So you're watching in real time with us. I'm gonna see, I can't minimize it. But Mike, if you zoom in on my actual screen here, you have this live chat box where you can type in any questions or you can say hello, and we'll actually see this on our screen so we can always come back and answer your question or just go over anything we may have missed. Now, let's get into the vehicle. So this is a full EV, and this vehicle is based on the eGMP, so the Electric Global Module Platform. So this is the same as the EV6 and the Ioniq 5. They're all built on the same platform, but of course this is the fancier sister, the more luxurious sister. Beautiful, beautiful look to it. We also have a clamshell hood, just like the EV6 and the Ioniq 5. So the hood actually kind of flares out into the fender of the vehicle, a seamless look. We got these beautiful Genesis iconic headlights. They are full LEDs. I'm going to start the car, so I'm just going to do that by the key fob here. I will quickly show you guys the key fob. It's a very, very sleek design. It is a smart key, so as long as you have this somewhere on you, you can enter the vehicle and start it without actually, I guess you have to touch the key, but as long as the key's on you, you can get in and start your vehicle without touching anything. All right, so let's start it up. First, we're going to press the lock button, and then we're going to press and hold our remote start button. So of course there's no engine, so we're not going to hear it turn over, but we did get feedback from our headlights. Check that out, beautiful amber flashes. And the car is on now. You still can't hear it, eh? I will also pop the hood and turn on the headlights so you guys get a good look at everything. We do have these auto flush door handles, just like in our EV6 GT, and GT line, I should say. And I don't know if you guys caught that, but our mirrors did come out when the vehicle was unlocked as well.
Yeah.
So they are
We could run that
power
back.
folding mirrors. So we'll pop the hood. Let's get our lights on. Lights are on, perfect. Full LED headlights.
Well, they just shut off when you close the door.
Oh my gosh. I love new vehicles because I don't know all the little tricks.
Oh, we are just as surprised about what this car did and just as excited because, we haven't had it for long. So we were just actually learning a lot about it today, you know, to be honest. And
we've never had a modern Genesis on our lot. We've had old Genesis coupes and everything, but no modern, oh my gosh. I don't know.
Here, let me grab that.
Yeah.
There it is. Oh, it's actually really, it's a little bit different than normal cars. It's an easy, quick, how a lot of them are sideways, and I think you would look at a swipe. This is just an easy, quick tab.
Oh.
Obviously, we have hydraulic lift.
Yep. It is a full EV, and it is dual motor, so all-wheel drive. We got a very small frunk, just like the EV6 and the Ioniq. But then again, you got tons of cargo space in the rear, so front space isn't too important. Beautiful mesh grille at the very bottom here. And then we do have integrated front sensors, and we also have sensors in the rear. This vehicle does have a full 360 camera. Let's close this up now.
Yep. There's one of them there. Very subtle too in the design.
Yeah, it's
like
super,
that.
super sleek. So nothing really, it's minimalistic, but also luxurious. I'll focus on the Genesis badge because a lot of you guys may have not seen a Genesis up close. I've only seen our old Genesis coupes. And then of course at the auto show, they did have a GV60. We also have sensors on the side garnish here. I will point out right now it's equipped with winter wheels. So these are fast wheels, so winter tires and rim package, but these are your regular stock alloys. So they're 21-inch machine finished alloys with, of course, your Genesis emblem in the center. Beautiful wheels, I should say. The paint itself, when I first saw it outside, it looked almost like a matte finish, but it's not. Although there is a matte option, this is our silver metallic finish. So in the sunlight, it actually does sparkle. It has a beautiful shine to it, but in here, it's a little bit more dull, I will say. For our interior, we have beautiful Napa leather, and it does have a whitish cream finish. I would say, what, oyster would be the shade?
Yes.
It is quilted. These seats are heated and ventilated, and we also have heated seats extended to the rear. Before we continue on with our exteriors walk around, I'll point out the seat controls here. So there's a lot going on here. These are air cell seats, so air cell lumbar support. We have bolster adjustments here, 4 different ways for your lumbar. We can adjust our backrest. We can also turn on the ergonomic seat. So when you press this, you'll get an icon on your screen, and we'll touch base on that more when we hop in. But it lets you set what kind of massage you want. I will say it's very subtle. The last time I used massage seats in a car was a Cadillac Escalade, and it felt like it was punching me. It was very strong. So this is definitely more subtle, and you can still drive with it without bouncing around in your seat.
Yes, and if they do come with massage, I think it's pressure point.
Yeah,
in that
it's more
sense.
of a pressure.
So when you're driving, it's putting pressure on, and when you're really driving, that's where you start to feel it. You start to feel comfortable. I'm pretty sure if I took this home, which they won't let me, and I won't, but that's where I would feel kind of like, okay, that was nice. You know, an hour and a half drive, and I don't feel as cramped.
It's so subtle, but still you notice it. I will point out it doesn't have a rear wiper, which was a hot topic for the Ioniq 5 and the EV6. However, if you look at this vehicle from the side, it's not straight off like an SUV. It's very sedan-like. So a very sportback finish.
Oh, so with the heat and everything,
it just melts. It smelts and slides
okay,
right off, and especially with the spoiler, it's got a little bit of a little jump to clear. Genesis logo on the back with your GV60 logo on the very far left. Sensors all around the bottom bumper there, the lower bumper. We do have kind of a faux exhaust look, I will say. It's a little interesting, and that is actually your reverse lights. So they integrated the reverse lights into a muffler look. I will open up the trunk, but actually I'll do it from the key fob. So we'll go to our power tailgate button, press and hold that, and it's not going to do it because I have the car on and the doors off. So the more things we learn.
We're all learning together a little bit here today, guys.
We got this car probably an hour before we started filming, so we scrambled. But yeah, full power tailgate. Opens up to around here. You can adjust the opening height though if you are a little bit shorter, and it makes more sense to you. We have a wee bit of storage underneath. So you get your tire mobility kit, your Genesis charger, a level 1 charger that is, and a little bit of space on the far right.
Yes.
Close this up. Our seats do fold down. Now, unlike the EV6 and the Ioniq 5, we don't actually have a latch to fold them down, and they aren't power fold, which was a little bit shocking for me, but they still go down in a 60-40 split. You just have to trigger it with the handles on each side. So left and right passenger side, you can knock them down. We do have a 12 volt in the back, and we do have LED lighting back here as well. And I will say for cargo room, it's got a good amount of space for sure. It's super comparative to the EV6 and Ioniq 5. So you can definitely tell they are from the same family. Just this is the distant cousin. We'll get another good look at it from the side here. I absolutely love the finish. There's a good mix of black, so along your pillars, but we also get a chrome, almost like a lightning bolt cut into here. Looks very nice. They kind of continued with the floating roof design, so breaking it apart with those black pillars. Beautiful panoramic sunroof in there too, so we'll also take a look at that. Before we come around, I'll also show you guys the cameras that are located underneath your side mirrors. So that also plays a part in your full 360 camera view. Whenever you turn your turn signal on in this vehicle, you will get a live feed of whatever's in your blind spot. So great feature to have. We have that in a couple of our Kia and Hyundai vehicles. It's called a blind view monitor. I absolutely love it. Now, let's take another look. I'll focus on some of the things that are on this driver's side before Mike joins me in the vehicle. So there's some things I can't really show you today because we don't own this vehicle personally, so we don't have our personal things in here. And there is a fingerprint haptic touch, so an actual fingerprint scanner. And then there is face.
Is it that button there?
Yeah, right over there.
Oh, cool.
So you can save yourself as a driver. So driver 1, driver 2, whatever your name is, you can put it in. And then we also have a Face ID scanner right over here, which is very, very cool. I'm guessing, I haven't tried it personally myself, but it would scan your face and know if you're driver 1 or driver 2 and have everything saved for you when you get into the vehicle, which is insanely cool. That is very, very, very different. We do not have that in the Kia and Hyundai world yet. We have this beautiful kind of dial-like material, and that's going to be your mirror controls. So you can see we have our power fold option there, and our mirrors just folded out. Let's fold them outwards again. There we go. And then you'll turn it to the left or the right, and it'll light up if the vehicle was on, which I should probably turn on again. So see that? And then you can play around and adjust your mirrors just like that. I will say it's very different, but still super easy to use, unlike Tesla. No shade. Full shade.
Yeah.
We also have a Bang & Olufsen sound system, 17 speakers, so oh my goodness, the sound here is amazing.
Yes, very.
Genesis along the door sill. Everything's kind of lit up in a slight blue illumination there. We have our power tailgate option, our electronic parking brake, traction control, so to turn that off, and our brightness adjustment. That's pretty standard. We'll talk about a couple more differences. Of course, you can tell everything has a little bit of a more premium finish. Memory seats are located right over here. Very convenient spot, so super easy to grasp once you close your door and hop in your vehicle. All of our windows are automatic express up and down with pinch protection. Then we got our typical door lock and unlock, and a very different looking door handle. So it's small, but it's still easy to use, I will say. All of our vents are sleek in here, so very, very sleek. And then even the ones running along the dash, they're very, they remind me of USB-C exhaust ports. Oh my goodness, charge ports. The way they're so smally crafted. Now, Mike, if you want to join me on the other side, we'll talk some screens, infotainment, and features.
One thing I noticed, and obviously it'll be tough for them to really, you got to be in this car, right,
Yeah.
to see it, is you see the accent trim on the seat, and it's a reflective kind of
Material,
silver.
yeah, it's
that's
cool,
really
eh?
cool. Yeah,
Especially at nighttime, we'll have to see how that looks like with the lights
with
inside.
all the, yeah, exactly.
Oh, talk about your seat first.
Oh, okay.
As a passenger.
Yes, so as a passenger, everything except for that subtle massage, right,
Yes.
on this side. So obviously you have, what did I push there? Obviously you can adjust your back, lumbar support, up, down, left, and right. And obviously if you got smaller or whatever legs, you can extend that. Is that in the side
knee
here?
cushion, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not doing it right now. But yes, so you guys, you could use your imagination based on the rest of the videos. Obviously, passenger door the same. We've got our window, our locks too, and you can see the sound system as well. A lot of room coming into this, guys. I'm telling you.
Did you see, actually, I don't know if it picked up on camera, but when you open the door, it pushed your seat back for
Yes.
easy entry.
Yeah, which is, yeah, I mean, that's what it is. It's this car is just, imagine coming to the car, Face ID recognizes you, puts your adjustments,
Yeah.
seat goes back, like really cool.
It's almost scary to me, but
Yeah.
very, very interesting. For our screen, we have this beautiful 12.3-inch display, and it's got built-in navigation and built-in just about everything.
Yep.
Now, one thing that's not built, or not wireless at least, is your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So in true Kia and Hyundai format, it does have to be wired. Now for that, you will use this USB located right over there. Still super convenient spot, so you can have your phone in your cup holder here, or even in that little storage pocket. We do have a floating center console, so underneath here we just have empty space. And of course, it being an EV, everything is completely flat on the floor. So you'll see even when we get in the back, your center seat isn't going to have a little bump in the middle that a regular vehicle, gasoline vehicle would. Very interesting and very, very roomy.
Very comfortable,
yeah.
actually, wow.
Mike is like sinking
I'm
into
all
his
the way
seat.
back. You saw me put my seat by my legs. I barely could
Yeah.
touch that floor. So
And I know you guys can't tell yet, but with Mike's chair almost all the way back, we still have a ton of room in the
and
rear.
I'll show you. I won't move the chair when I go to the back, so you'll
Yeah.
see guys.
Cup holders here, so that's pretty standard. This is going to be your dial to select your infotainment system. Now it is still a touchscreen. You can use it as you would a regular Kia or Hyundai vehicle, but Genesis goes the extra step involving this dial. So you just turn it to cycle with whatever you'd like to see on the screen. super easy to use. I'm gonna go to our setup menu because that's where we will typically find our driver settings. So vehicle right over there. Here it is, driving convenience. So this is where you can play around with the safety settings that come with this vehicle. Now, this vehicle does have forward collision avoidance for junction turns, pedestrians, cyclists. It's a very, very smart feature that also gives us smart cruise control. So it's going to adapt to the speed of the vehicle ahead of you and take you all the way to a stop. So if you hit stop and go traffic in this vehicle, you're going to be okay. It'll move you back up again when things start rolling. You have 4 different settings, following distances that you can set. And all of that can be easily turned on the left side of the steering wheel here. Also, I love the look of the steering wheel. It's very, very fancy. On the left, that's going to be your cruise control button. So that's how you turn it on. Let's see if I can turn my interior lights on. There we go. We also have our speed to increase it. Sorry, I got distracted. To increase it, pause it, and of course, decrease speed. And then this button on the very far left is for your following distance. Would it be easier if I took the camera?
No,
maybe?
I can get it.
Okay.
I don't know if you're going to move over. Yeah, we're good there.
To the right of that, we have our steering assistant. So this will use the camera that is built just behind our rear view mirror up here. It's going to monitor the lanes ahead of you. Hi. It'll monitor the lanes ahead of you and make sure you're centered. And if there's a slight curve in the road, it'll literally take driving power and steer for you, either left, right, whatever it may be. It won't do a full left or right turn though. Over here, we have our dials, so we can select different menus on the main screen there. So fully digital gauge cluster. You can see we got our drive info, we got our lane assist, we got our navigation, and that actually moves with you as you drive. We can't drive in here right now, of course, because we got a wall in front of us, but if we were on the road, it's a super, super sleek finish. I will take the camera from Mike to show you guys our heads-up display. So let's see if I can zoom in. There we go. So just like the EV6 and the Ioniq 5, we have the option of augmented reality heads-up display or just our regular heads-up. So you can see that little line there. That's going to show you, once you're actually on the road falling behind another car, where you sit in that distance. And then we have our speed projected, and that little white rectangle in the top right corner is actually our speed limit. So because we aren't on a road, we don't have one.
Yes.
So you can go whatever speed you want in here. Main center, we have, of course, the Genesis logo and our horn with airbags, of course. And also on the left, we have our drive mode select. So let's take a look at what we got. We got eco mode, comfort mode, and sport. However, if we hold the drive mode button down, we go to my drive mode, which is going to be custom. You can set it to be whatever you like. It's going to set what your braking feels like, your steering, how peppy the throttle's going to, I shouldn't say throttle, how peppy the acceleration's going to be. I'm so used to driving our ICE cars. And then this is very, very cool. So this is exclusive to the performance trim level of the GV60. And that's this boost button. So this boost is going to take your car to a whole new level. Think of it as a NOS button, but for an electric vehicle. So you get full boost, full torque, full horsepower for 10 seconds by pressing this button. It's fun. Yeah.
It's really hard hearing
really
you
cool.
say all this, and then I'm not able to push that button right now.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll push it, go straight into the wall.
Yeah.
It is very, very cool. Of course, with an EV, we also have not just paddle shifters, but these paddle shifters are control of the regenerative braking. So you can, of course, strengthen put it to level 3 or even auto or full one pedal driving, I-pedal, I should say. And the vehicle will essentially almost come to a complete stop when you're in not almost, it will come to a complete stop. Level 3 will bring you almost to a complete stop. It's going to brake for you using the electric motor. It'll actually give more power back to the electric motor and slowly recharge your vehicle as you're driving. So very, very cool feature to have. If it's your first time driving an EV, a lot of people can say it feels choppy and they feel like they're like driving with someone who's very, very bad at driving standard. You get used to it and then it becomes very, very smooth once you feel how strong the vehicle is. Also on the main screen, like I mentioned, you have navigation. So let's go to our nav menu, shall we? Map. I'm using a mix of this dial here and the touchscreen. I'm so not used to having a dial for this stuff. So we'll close this up and you can see we have our beautiful nav menu, very, very similar to what we're used to in Kia and Hyundai. Super easy to use. You can search destinations by either typing it out if you're parked or using your voice commands. Really cool. We have this little area here where we can also control the media and infotainment system without digging into it by touching it. So you can see we can quickly turn off the volume or turn off this media and change the volume here. You can also tune, back, home, and menu. This is our gear shift. So it's shift by wire, just like in the Ioniq 5 and the EV6. But look at this when I turn off the vehicle. Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
That's awesome.
So the color of the crystal ball will change depending on what color of ambient lighting you have. I set it to, I thought it was pink, but it's red. Here we have our ventilated seats and heated seat controls, so 3 different levels for both. Super easy to use. I like how they still integrate real buttons, so it's very easy to turn on and off if you're on the fly. We also have our heated steering wheel, auto hold, our parking camera, which I'll show you guys. So check this out. There's our vehicle, and there's the video bay around us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's like 3D. It just, okay, I have no words.
Look how good the camera quality is.
Really cool.
This is better camera quality than our lives. You can actually see the tiles, like the grout in the tiles.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Even the water from the tire. That's
Yeah,
wow.
you can see.
Hold on, come on. Here. That was really cool. That's really cool.
You want to see something even cooler?
I feel like this is Bruce Wayne's car when he's not driving the Batmobile.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
So we throw the car into drive. I'm going to slowly creep up ahead. Look, it's moving.
No.
Yeah. And then we'll bring it back because we're getting close.
Sorry, guys. I'm learning about this too right now. It's really exciting. Like, this is really cool.
It's really, really interesting. Yeah. We still have a wireless phone charger. So just right in here, it's a good little slot. So you drop your phone in there and it actually holds your phone in. So if you make a sharp turn, which this vehicle, it is performance, it has an electronically controlled limited slip differential. Of course, it's got this boost mode. It's not only an EV and meant for, you know, efficient driving. It's fun. It is a lot of fun. And if you're having fun while driving, your phone's going to stay charging, no problem. In the center, we have our glove box or center console. I always call this a glove box, and then I forget what word that is, and then realize it's. And then we have our actual glove box. So I'll have Mike open that up.
Whoa, it's a tray actually. It's like a
Isn't
tray.
that cool? So you know what? I think I actually prefer that because
this is cool.
You can stack your manuals and everything in there when sometimes the angle of a regular glove box crimples everything. You know what I mean? It like folds everything over. So they knew what they were doing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's super cool.
We'll quickly focus on the sunroof. So panoramic roof, it opens up. Of course, let's actually open it. If I turn the car back to on. Oh, you know what? It doesn't open, sorry.
Whoa, do that again. It's 2 pieces. Look.
Yeah.
Come on here. That's cool. That was cool.
Let's open that again now. One thing I will notice, of course, it shares a lot of technology with Kia and Hyundai, so I was confused to see why this button looks the way it does. It looks like an infinity logo, so I pressed it. That's a roadside assistance button, guys. Just so you know, if you do buy a Genesis.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've done that a couple times.
I was like, oh, this is different. This is neat.
Yeah, no.
We also have our SOS button, so that calls emergency services. Now it'll automatically call if it does detect you've been in a collision anyway, but regardless, if you're not in a collision, you just need emergency, that's what you'd press. Let's hop in the back and check out everything else.
So it does not come with an ashtray.
No.
It does come with cup holders. That was the Veracruz yesterday, right? That was old enough to come with an ashtray.
Okay.
You know, I felt really comfortable sitting in that. It almost felt like now I have to work getting out of that chair. I won't lie. Like, that was really comfortable.
Oh, did you say you were comfortable?
Yes.
Let me show you these buttons over here then. Close your door.
Oh. What a smart car.
Oh, I should probably close my door too. Oh, I can't reach. There we go. So, we have the option of adjusting the seat.
So all the way back? Okay.
Yeah, there's a seat on you.
I was comfortable.
So it's almost a zero gravity chair. Of course, if you have no rear passengers, you can adjust it all the way to the back.
So like right here, let's say, right?
Yeah.
Look how much further back, let me see that camera. Look how much further back it is then. Let's take a look at that, right? So you see where the front of that lip is there, and then you see here, right? Significantly further back. But look how much room I have still.
I should probably open my door so I can get out a little bit and get your entire body.
Yeah, like so much room.
Yeah, a lot of space.
All right.
I do have to say the seat pockets are quite cool.
Yeah.
So they're a full plastic material. Pull in, pull out, very sleek. We do have 2 center USB-C ports. So rather than having them on the sides of the seats. And then when we go to our door handles, we have our unlock and lock controls, which is actually quite different than, I never see them in the rear seats.
Never.
And then we have 3 different levels of heated seat back here, and then our window controls. So these are still express up and down windows. You press this down, they go all the way without my hand on the trigger, and then up same way. We've got our premium sound system in here as well, and then our air vents, just like the EV6 and Ioniq, start on the sides here. So they actually go to your entire body rather than just your kneecaps if they were in the center over here.
Yeah, and you got a lot of room down there. I mean, when you look at that pocket,
right
down there.
Oh yeah,
you could stick stuff in. Let me try and get this.
That's actually a lot of room
in without the gimbal going crazy. But yeah, look at that. I mean, it's like a little. You could put a Chihuahua in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
right?
can put a small pet.
Yeah, and if you notice here too, this is different, right? Like everybody has their own. You kind of have your own light. Usually
light,
it's kind of in the middle. And again, you know, caves in here. I mean, there's so much room in here. I feel like having a meeting in this car. Like, it's so big.
I mentioned while we were sitting in the front, but because this is an EV with a fully flat bottom, because there are batteries, we have no lump in the center. So I can sit in the middle seat.
With the Chihuahua there.
Yeah, with the Chihuahua. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Or an iguana. Someone said they have an iguana.
An iguana, yeah. Whatever small pet you have, even a bigger pet. I mean, there's a lot of room over there. I can completely flatten my feet. I'm good. I'm very, very comfortable. I don't know if you guys saw it, but there is ambient lighting in the side of the door sill as well.
Oh yeah.
So you see a little bit of a red glow.
Ooh.
And you can set the ambient lighting to be whatever color you'd like. So you actually get the view of an entire color wheel. You can blue, green, you can set the brightness, you can turn off completely if it's not your style. So this vehicle, just like, I always say this, but Kia and Hyundai, they are so driver focused. You can play around with just about everything and make it truly your vehicle. If there's any safety setting you don't like, if you're not a fan of the steering assistance, press a button, it's gone. If you change your mind, want to try it off again, go back to their menu, turn it on, it's on again. So it's quite interesting. Yeah. I'm really happy we got to experience this vehicle. I really think we should do a test drive review of this car.
I know. A lot of people are, well, I saw a couple questions about how hard is it to clean. So I've had actually owned cars with the exact same, even I had I think it was.
This leather?
Here, I've had one that's pure white, like
again.
Pure white.
Like an icy.
Not hard to clean at all, guys. You'll be surprised, but there is maintenance involved, right? If you're going for white, you're going for luxury. I'll tell you one thing, don't wear brand new blue jeans and get in your car for the first time with them without washing them. I learned that the hard way when I bought my first car with white leather. And yeah, I wore a pair of brand new dark blue jeans and it cost me a lot of money to steam that out.
I absolutely love how easy it is to change your controls in this vehicle. Once again, Tesla, I'm looking at you. If you want to turn your heated seat off, no scrolling through screens, you have a real button.
So you drove this, I didn't drive it. So
yeah.
I'm learning about it too now, right?
So let's talk about the drive because it was an interesting drive for me. It's snowing out here. And of course they got winter tires on this car, so that's all right. EVs, they do suffer a tiny, tiny bit in the winter with range just because you're working to warm up your vehicle. It's cold outside. I got it with 5% battery and I of course got a warning saying battery is low. I charged it just for about 30 minutes and now we're up to, I think, 13% battery.
Yeah, so you did tell me that it was regulating your speed to consider battery. That's cool too.
Yeah.
I want to show that too as well. It's a little Genesis caliper. You can't really see it. I don't know. The only Genesis I've had and can have is a Sega Genesis, if you guys remember that system, but that's it.
Let's see. I realized I didn't talk about horsepower or torque. So we have 446 horsepower and 429 pound-feet of torque. And that is in regular mode. When you switch it into boost mode, you get, for 10 seconds, mind you, 516 and 483. Why is this moving?
That's a lot.
For 10 seconds. But
that's
still.
Way faster than the C63 AMG I used to have. Wow.
Well, and with an EV, it's instant torque, right?
Yeah.
So the second you step on the accelerator, you're getting that power instantly. Even in eco mode, this car will really, really go.
Really wish it was in a snowstorm right now.
Yeah. Let's see. I touched on the wheels. Yeah. It's hard with the iPad, eh? Because it doesn't project on the screen. So we're like getting really close to you guys. Ooh, a Genesis, big surprise. Yeah, you guys always ask about Genesis, and of course we just so happen to get a brand new 2023. It's interesting.
I promise you this won't last, this Genesis. It's so hard to find them that, I mean, right when it hits a site, it's definitely, let's say Google's gonna do its work and whoever's looking for it is gonna find it, right?
378 kilometers of range, by the way, on a full charge. And the charge times are the same as the Ioniq 5 and the EV6. So if you have an equipped DC charger, it can be up to from 10% to 80% in 18 minutes. I was about to say 18 seconds. That'd be wicked. Gabby, rank them personally, EV6, GV60, and Ioniq 5. They're not gonna like this, but EV6 GT first, this, and then Ioniq 5.
There's a massage chair in there. Were you kidding me?
I think it's just, I don't love the interior color of this,
Okay,
so it's
yeah,
throwing
it's
me
the
off.
color.
But
It's
if it
the
was,
color
if it
for
was, yeah, the exterior and interior I would like, this would definitely be number one. But then it would be EV6.
So I do love
No
the
offense.
color. I do love the color because you know how I am with white. I feel like if you own white shoes or you have something, when it's maintained like pristinely, people are going to automatically, you're going to fool people to think you're a very clean person. I think that. I saw a comment there saying, talking about how I was dressed and that my mom would be happy today. Who is that? And how did you know that my mom made comments about me wearing the same sweaters 2 weeks in a row? Thank you for pointing that out. And I did, really did put this on because of a comment she made about me wearing sweaters. Yes, she watches, she loves her son, she watches this. But I think she loves Gabby a little bit more.
Let's see. Mike is giving special respect to Genesis by dressing super cool. What can I say?
Yeah, okay. So it wasn't for my mom, it was for Genesis. But
I can put the iguana in there. I bet it's more comfortable than in the front. Definitely more comfortable than the front. That's for sure. Someone asked how much. So this vehicle, MSRP, is just over $71,000 Canadian. What we're selling it for, I don't think we have a price point yet.
yeah, so we literally just got this, okay? And I do know we paid a little bit more than MSRP, but that's what you're gonna get. I mean, if you look at any used vehicle now, look at Hyundai, look at Kia, look at whatever. A 2023 is actually a little bit cheaper than 2022 because of supply and demand. So again, guys, I don't want to throw out the price because we just got it in. And I don't know exactly what we grabbed it for, but feel free to give us a call later on this afternoon if you're really interested in it, and then we can discuss that. Obviously, I mean, the general manager's there, and we'll have an idea. But literally, I didn't even drive this yet. You know,
Yeah.
Gabby had to go pick it up because it just got in.
I can tell you guys the extras it comes with. Of course, the winter tires. So winter tires on steel. Not steel rims. Oh my gosh, I'm so used to getting steel rims on our trade-ins. Alloys. So these are fast alloys. And then we also have, of course, our regular stock wheels, so your 21-inch machine finish Genesis wheels. We do have rubber mats included with this vehicle as well, and a cargo cover. So a cargo tray and a cargo screen.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. I mean, you pick this up and it's 4 seasons ready right now. Right?
Let's see. Is there a car alarm in the Hyundai or Kia or Genesis? What exactly does a panic button do on the key fob? I want to press it, but I don't want my coworkers to come in here screaming. The panic button will sound your alarm, so it's going to blast the horn, flash your hazards.
So someone, I mean, never will I ever hope this happens to anyone, but you know, someone comes up on you on your car when you're getting in, you hit the panic button. What I use it for at a dealership is to locate where the vehicle is. You'll see everyone walking around with their hands in the air, waiting to see where the horn is, to find where the car is that they're looking for.
One of my favorites is, of course, someone on our lot, whether it's a detailer or a salesperson, is looking for a car and they think it's outside, so they're pressing the panic button. And if, sure enough, the car is parked in our showroom and it's just blasting. Everyone jumps out of their seat. Let's see. Most of these luxury cars have scented air filters. I'm wondering, does this one have that option? So it doesn't have a scented air filter, but it does have a specialized diffuser, so to always bring fresh air into the vehicle. I'll show you guys where that is. It's actually on the passenger side. And so where your mirror controls, where your mirror controls are on the driver's side is where your diffuser is for the passenger side. So take a look at that. So this is her. That's an air diffuser.
I find that,
the more you know.
Yeah, I preference that more so. I find scents are masking things as opposed to, you know, a diffuser, right?
I do have to say, sometimes strong scent in a car gives me the biggest headache ever.
Yeah, especially if it's in the, you know, it's blowing out at you, right? So I get it. Everyone keeps mentioning the way I'm dressed. You know what, guys? I have a lot of blazers. I'll just start wearing them. I'll just start wearing them from now on. Man, I must have dressed not that well if you guys are mentioning the blazer.
Kind of unrelated, but how did you get a job at a dealership? Go first.
How did I get a job? Okay, so I'm primarily in digital marketing, right? So I actually came from one side where I was building websites, running campaigns, so on and so forth. And then I made this, and I was actually working with dealerships and really loved this, you know, this group of 3 dealerships. When the opportunity came for me to come here, I came here. And basically that's how I got in. So it wasn't directly with a path to be in a car dealership, but I love automotive. I love everything digital with automotive. It's so fast-paced, things change, and I love bringing the word to you guys. Whatever you guys are looking for, I like to be the first guy to put it there in front of you with the information. Your turn.
So I never thought of myself going into an automotive career. I've always loved cars, loved machines, motorcycles, everything. But I went to college for accounting. So
That's how the story goes.
yeah, that's how the story goes. And then COVID started, and I don't know. My mom always worked at a dealership, so I thought about doing sales, got my sales license, started doing sales. And then we used to have Peter on this channel do our vehicle reviews, and Peter actually trained me in product knowledge. So I had a close bond with Peter. He moved to New Brunswick, and he said, Gabby, I think you should start doing the YouTube videos. And I said, no way. I'm too scared to film myself on YouTube. Yeah. And I ended up doing it because he's like, no, do it. So I tried it, and now this is what I do, and I love it.
And now Gabby is one of the most known independent franchise dealership YouTubers for automotive. And that is a fact.
That is cool. It is very interesting, very, very interesting. I absolutely love doing this though. And especially when we get cool stuff like this. Oh my gosh, it's so fun to just expand because, I mean, we touched everything for Kia and Hyundai. So whenever we can get something extra fun, extra exciting, like EV6 GT too and anything, ooh, I have so much fun.
But if you want to get a job at a dealership, and that was the question, definitely apply. And if it's going to fall into selling cars, so you want to look into the licenses you need for that.
Yes, but there's a bunch of different things you could do at a dealership, from marketing to service, everything. Someone said I thought this was Pat's new ride. This is not Pat's new ride. Pat's new ride is actually parked right outside. It's an EV6 GT.
Unless he swaps it.
Unless he's thank you for the presentation. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye. Bye, Stefan. Thank you so much for watching. Stefan is one of our very loyal subscribers, so we catch him on a lot of our videos. Someone said Gabulous is fabulous.
Oh, that's a good name, Gabulous.
Thank you.
Yeah, Gabulous.
Gab's too fat, maybe? Should that be my custom license plate? I've been thinking of getting one.
That's amazing. Gabulous.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Gabulous, yeah.
Hank asked, can we have a track day this summer if Pat gives us the okay? I am trying. Trust me, I am fighting for that. It's not looking too good when I'm looking right outside our window there and there's snow, but hopefully once.
So it's supposed to snow till like the next day?
Yeah, well, definitely no track day in the winter, but
no.
Hopefully in late spring, early summer, we can plan something and actually get some pretty cool cars out there. Let's see. Someone said you two have good camera presence. Thank you.
Thank you. I see someone there saying that I'm more comfortable. When I first started this, this is the Gabby show for me, right? Like, and I'm just the guy holding the camera and putting input. So I didn't want to take away from she knows so much about it.
Mike, you are the spotlight.
No.
You are the moment.
No, it's just because the gray stands out right now. But that's why I just kind of, I didn't want to intrude. And I love doing this too. And you know why I love doing this? Because of how involved you guys are. Honestly, it's because of how involved you guys are. I put out stuff on YouTube all the time, and you get no engagement. And this is so great that you guys come on live.
Whenever somebody asks about live videos and why we do lives, because the quality is lower, all that, whatever. It feels like I'm on a FaceTime call with my best friends. This is so cool.
It's really cool. I enjoy you guys. I appreciate it. And it just makes me want to bring more cars and show you guys because I get as excited as you guys, especially for this Genesis.
Let's see. How advanced are the autonomous features in the Genesis? So we, of course, have Smart Park Assist. We do have our full driver assistance. It's not a full autopilot, but it will adjust the speed for you. It will steer for you. It will, of course, alert you of everything around you. So if there's a vehicle in your blind spot, it's going to do all of that. I'd say it's very advanced, very advanced.
Definitely. All the things we don't know about yet too, right?
I think we need to do an in-depth review of this vehicle because we're already at almost 40 minutes.
Wow. Yeah, we had fun with this today.
Yeah. So this is our quick first look. I mean, we've literally had this for an hour. So, I got a new Forte GT and I haven't done my first oil change. When do you guys recommend doing it? Some people are telling me to do it earlier. So we technically live in extreme climate for our service department at least, especially if you're doing a lot of highway, high-speed driving. We recommend either 6 months or 6,000 kilometers. My kilometers come way before my 6 months, so I'm doing it every 2 months.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's recommended here in Canada. If you live somewhere warmer and you're not doing too many highway drives or high-speed drives, it may change. You will have your guidance in your owner's manual, though. Yeah, I think we should probably end off today's video.
Yes.
This is a longer one.
Yes.
I'm sorry, guys.
If we still have this, I promise you guys, if we still have this early next week, we'll do a full in-depth of it. And
or even a drive.
Yeah,
maybe?
a drive. Yeah, we'll do a drive in-depth, and then we'll take the time to learn everything because there's a lot. This is like 3 times. 3 times what's on it. Like.
This car is also so new that there's not a lot of information on it on Genesis's website.
Yeah.
So there's no build and price, not that I could find at least, no brochures. So it was a challenge. All right, guys, thank you again so much, and we'll hopefully see you guys next week,
Have a great
Monday through
weekend.
Friday.
Have
Bye.
a great weekend, guys.